Hello friends, this is Cold Run. Welcome back to a blind playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV's Dawntrail expansion, where we are here in the Unlost World, I think it's called, ready to pick up with the MSQ as we explore. I think we're really looking at just what the people who live here, the Endless who live here, think of it, what their experience is like. In Serenity and Sorrow, Grahatia wishes to track down the troubled Endless, because we've seen a lot of untroubled Endless so far. I cannot claim to know exactly how the Endless behave, but hopefully our man has not gone far. Let us split up to search for him. He is an Eldite with fair hair. Eldite? Was that Lalafell? I don't remember what the Eldite means. I'm sure we'll find out in, like, right now. Eldite or elves. Okay. Maybe? Yeah, Eldite or elves. God, strike me down. Will you reunite again after 100 years, and what should happen? Yes? My apologies, but I'm in some haste. If you have something to say, please make it brief. Your friend noticed that I seemed troubled, so you've been looking for me? What kind souls you are. I've lost something. Something important. The engagement ring intended for my beloved. A lanky monkey-like fiend... What? Oh, the blue things. A lanky monkey-like fiend stole it from me. After running hither and thither, I managed to locate the beast in yonder square, but I'm uncertain how I should take the ring back. Once I might have considered fighting for it, but given the shortage of ether, the danger is simply too great. If I were to be struck down and my essence dispersed, I'm not like to be remade for a long time. I can't risk that. Not after my beloved has finally been given form after 100 years. Though it pains me to... That's interesting, so they can disappear for a bit and kind of come back for a while. It's like friggin' Brigadoon. Though it pains me to do so, I shall give up on the ring, but thanks for your concern. I am a murderer. I can kill any beast you want. I can help. Yeah, survey the designated location to defeat the fiend to obtain the stolen engagement ring. Let's kill a monkey. An ether monkey? This can't be a real... It's gotta be... These are all ether constructs, right? Pop our motifs. This ominous purple cloud as Void Kukushu takes shape. Thieving Torbalan. Yeah, just a regular old monkey. Oh, 'tis you. Was there something else? Yes, the engagement ring, retrieved from a mischievous fiend. This engagement ring is intended for the beloved of the fair-haired man. So, is it just a minor problem? I doubt that. I think we're going to get more here. Good heavens, this is the ring? This is the ring. You took it back from that beast? Nod. Oh, thank you. Thank you ever so much. His beloved was Graha. I see you've already resolved the situation, Kukushu. You must be the friend who first noticed me. I owe you my gratitude as well. My name is Euclase. I was planning to propose to my beloved with this ring, and thanks to you, I can do just that. Interesting. You can propose to your beloved. Again, what about the stalkers? What about the people who can now stalk through eternity? Well, that's cause to rejoice indeed. Did the two of you meet here? No, we were sweethearts in life, but I died young, and she only followed me decades later. This is the thing. I always imagine, everyone in heaven imagines seeing their loved ones. But everyone... I don't know, everyone has different loved ones. Like, let's take perfectly loving... traditional nuclear family. You got the parents die at some point when they're older. They think I'll be reunited with my sons and daughter and my mother and father in the afterlife. And they get to the afterlife and they're reunited. But the person's mother is like, oh, in the afterlife I'll be reunited with my son and daughter and mother and father. And eventually you get to the point where everyone's reunited, but half the people don't know the other people because they've generations apart. Now you're just in this giant commune of people who don't really know each other, except for a couple of bonds there. What if they don't get along? The only way I can think to square this is if that, you know, assuming that sort of like I'm with my loved ones, is if you're with versions of your loved ones, if their essence is like recreated or split up or something like that to create perfectly harmonious groups. But I'm way off track. I'm sorry. But like in this case, what if the loved one she had in the decades since found love and married someone else? That's very possible. Even then, a reunion wasn't to be, for the ether shortage means not everyone can be recreated. I had to wait until but recently to see her again. A reunion beyond death. Such a thing would be possible here, I suppose. And like, till death do you part. Like, you want that cutoff. Like, after death, you're parted at death. Till death came and you parted. You're not bound by marriage in the afterlife. I assume you're newly arrived. While our memories are stored in the... And like, what if someone has multiple exes? They marry, they love someone sincerely. That person dies, they remarry. They mourn if, you know, they sincerely mourn and then they remarry. In the afterlife, are they in like a giant polycule? While our memories are stored in the terminals, less than 1 in 10 of us has been given form at present. I myself have reincarnated 3 times now, and each time there seems to be fewer of us. It's fairly a miracle that my beloved and I could meet. I see. Given the circumstances, the chances of existing concurrently with an acquaintance would be slim indeed, and slimmer still for a loved one. Truly, and that's why I decided to do what I failed to do in life, ask her for her hand. With her regulator, she was spared the sadness of my death. Even so, she never took another man for the rest of her days. So you are at least keeping that in mind. It certainly simplifies this, but we'll see. She told me that, although she couldn't remember me afterwards, she could never shake the feeling that someone precious had been a part of her life. The sweet fool. And especially if you're creating new memories and new experiences, that lends itself even more to the idea that these are full lives worth protecting, not just echoes repeating themselves, like a broken record skipping. The ring represents a yearning I have long carried, though I know full well it is only a construct, like these bodies of ours. There's a part of me that wonders if this is wrong, not that I expect this to exist forever, even in this form, but to be with the one I love once again and make her happy. However wrong this world may be, I have nothing but gratitude for Queen Sphene. Now, if you'll excuse me, I shall go and make that proposal. I've made her wait long enough as it is. This isn't much, but please accept it as a token of my thanks. Tickets. For the gondola. To ensure our order is preserved, we must observe the proper way of doing things even here. Very much like Queen Sphene to make it so, is it not? Take care, my friends, and see to it you have no regrets. I appreciate the verve with which he's approaching his sort of afterlife. His afterlife. No, it is an afterlife. Well, I think it's about time we rejoin the others, but what do you say we go by gondola? Expect it won't be possible to do so once the terminal has been shut down. Yeah, have some fun experiences. Come then, let us seek a vessel at the pier. Gondolier. I've never been in the gondola. We can push it off at any time. Mind the gap when you board. I've been in a kayak. Does that count? Date with Catboy. Certainly worse places for it. Look at this little slice of heaven. And I appreciate that they acknowledge that, like, we're not going to live forever. We're not really endless, but I appreciate the chance she's given us. Like, it strips some of the common arguments I would have had about this being a delusion or a false reality. Like, this is a legitimately good way. You know, it's not transcendental.
Do you remember what I said to you before all this?
That you'd like to have adventures with me?
Life is a series of journeys, that you must be true to yourself, for indeed, there's no telling what awaits. I don't know about you, but I certainly didn't expect to behold such sights. The future is as fluid as the water beneath us, truly.
I love how much of a romantic Graha is, not just in the sexy bit,
Tell
like
me, my friend,
romantic notions.
Have you ever wished to be reunited with someone who has passed away? I have. I do. But I think, above all else, I wish that they had lived. If only for one more day. Just one more day. A joyous one, if I could choose.
I don't know who he's talking about.
I did all that I could to make it happen. I tried everything, and spared nothing. In that manner, I was able to keep some few souls out of harm's way, but so many were beyond my power to save.
Like, there's a lot of people that he could be thinking of who didn't make the journey, but I wonder if there's someone specific he means.
Had I this?
Yeah.
And you?
Ah.
Can you imagine yourself spending eternity here, knowing no loss?
He's saying that it detracts from what you could be doing out there, I guess, but I want to go back to this. What would I have done then had I this? So he's saying if he knew this afterlife were waiting for him, he wouldn't have done all that work. Like, it would have stripped him of his will there. Maybe. Like, it would take away from the idea. Like, there are people who don't want to believe in an afterlife because then if you don't believe in an afterlife, then it means that this is all you got and you have to put your all into making a life worth living and all that. I don't think that is a perfect response to the desire for an afterlife at all, but, like, it makes sense to me. And I think that's what he's saying, is that if I knew this were here, I don't know that I would have spent all that time wanting them to live. Or maybe that the desire that people who do have this afterlife don't... I don't know. Can you imagine yourself spending eternity here knowing no loss? And there certainly is loss here. This really does seem like an extension of life. It doesn't seem anything like transcendental. Oh, I'm in the water. It doesn't seem anything. It seems wonderful, but not like, you know, people, not like rejoining the life spirit or anything, whatever that may mean to you. It was nice to chat with you again, my friend. Feels as though it's been some time. Having met endless like you Clays, I feel I've come to understand Sphene a little better. Anyone would wish those dear to them a long, happy future, and she bears the burden of this desire with for all her subjects. Yet as Kryl said, we too have people we cannot lose. Come, Kakushu, we can get to the fountain via yonder bridge. Wait, where are we? Oh, we're still in Waterworld, of course. Kryl and Erenville are still out and about, it seems. Kavkiwa. So how was it? What are your impressions of those you met? That was great. Everyone was so happy. Just talking to them made me happy too. What about you, Kakushu? Sweethearts reunited. That's a miracle. It's pretty great. No, it's not great. Kavkiwa, while it's a miracle after a fashion, the system strives to make such encounters possible. So she's not saying it's bad, she's just saying it's designed. If you meet someone you know, it's probably not by chance. The terminals hold information on unfulfilled longings and use them to orchestrate reunions like Euclase's. That is interesting. Again, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but... And I'm assuming that they actually give the people that their memory, like, let's say that Euclase's lover was actually hated him, grew to hate him over time. Would they recreate a version of them that hated him, or not? Would they recreate the real thing even if it was hateful? Would they recreate a fake, or would they just not recreate it? I see. That the terminals can do this is impressive indeed, but there's one thing I do not understand. According to Euclase, his beloved passed away decades after he did, yet they appear to be of like age. Ah, yes. People are not necessarily recreated as they were when they passed away. The appearance of an endless, I speculate, reflects the happiest period in their life. And like, what if his beloved was happiest in their 60s? And he wouldn't be, and he sees it as just a whole new person, and he thinks old people are gross. Maybe he sucks. Like, would they recreate that? Is this the case for you then? Not that I can tell how old you are, as slowly as your people age. I'm not sure, to be honest. I have so many happy times, it's hard to know which one applies. I'm insufferably inquisitive. Whether it's nature or technology, I can't help but want to learn more about the world around me. You might say that discovery is what gives me joy. It made me happy in life and may have been a blessing afterwards. Sure seems like it. It's letting you take down a sort of tyrannical regime in the afterlife. The other Endless are content with what they have here, you see. They don't develop the urge to leave. But I was so determined to see the world again that I taught myself how to gain control of a vessel and ventured outside. You're a proper rebel. Yeah, of course she is. She's a literal rebel. Well, that's about enough for me about me for now. Enough about me for now. While we wait for Kryla and Eleneshpia, I have a favor to ask of you. As you may have noticed, most of the fountains here aren't running. That's because despite its shiny appearance, this city is centuries old and everything is dreadfully run down. So a lot of this is physical. This isn't just like Matrix World. The fountains apparently used to put on magnificent shows, and I was hoping we can get them working again. Giving the control units a dose of ether should be enough to restore the circuits and switch them on, but being an Endless, I'm unable to do that. I realize this is a selfish request, but at the last, I'd like to treat the people here to the display. Just leave it to us. I'd love to see the show myself. Yeah, punch that fist. Punch that hand. Thank you. The control units are built into the surrounding lampposts. If you tend to a few of them each, you'll be done before you know it. Once the fountains are fixed, we can round up Eleneshpia and Kryl and head to the hydro terminal together. So the time is nigh. Come, let us set to it. Off they wander, leaving me with my beloved Kavkiwa. Channeling my ether into a dilapidated control unit over here.
We've switched on the circuits like you asked.
Thank you, everyone. Hopefully, this does the trick.
I saw the start.
Oh!
Okay. Yeah, it's a fountain. This is the thing. Okay. Okay. I was gonna say, like, yeah, the fountain's working, I guess.
Amazing.
Wow! Look, Mother, look!
Oh, this is lovely.
Whoa.
It's beautiful.
I've never seen anything like it.
Really? I mean, it's pretty cool. It's like, it's fine enough, I guess, but...
Wuklamat! Oh, where are you?
Oh my god,
Wuklamat!
it's the nursemaid. I don't remember her name. It's the friggin' nursemaid. And she's probably the first
Please
older character
don't.
we've seen.
It's
Namikka. Namikka. I could have sworn they said Namikka earlier, but Namikka.
Begging your pardon, but I'm looking for a child. A small Shibrali girl. Have you seen her by chance?
This is what I was thinking before. Again, like, what if some people's happiest memories of others is different times than those people's memories of themselves?
You are Namikka, aren't you? It's me, Wuklamat. Don't you recognize me?
Was she reset to just have memories of Kit and Wook?
Oh, what am I to do? The child and I, we aren't related by blood, but she's as dear to me as my own.
She's not hearing us. Like, she's physically hearing us, but she's not... It's not clicking?
It's all right. You found her. I'm here.
You? Could it be?
Yes, Namikka. You know these eyes, this voice. It's me, Wuklamat.
Oh! It is you! Oh, how silly of me.
Okay, whew.
But if you're here, then that means...
Oh, no, no, no. Nope, we're still alive. Don't worry about it.
No. I'm still alive.
Oh, good. Thank the gods for that. But what power has brought us together again? This isn't a dream, is it?
It's not a dream. Or rather, it is a dream come true. I so wanted to hear your voice one more time.
This is a case where I'm okay with us having our cake and eating it too.
Just look at you, my Wuklamat. Stronger and more assured than I've ever seen.
It kind of takes... Because it gives you the joy of meeting them and then lets you shut it off. I would be interested to see if they were like, all right, your dead favorite dog is just beyond that hill. But you got to shut it down. You're not going to reunite with them. You're not going to experience those puppy kisses again because we have to stop Sphene and we have to do it right now. If they would lay out that possibility and shut it down, that would feel like a crueler choice, but maybe a real choice.
Such hazards you must have braved, and hardships endured to come so far.
I keep leaning to my left, by the way, because that's where my cat is sitting and waiting for me to pet him.
It was tough, but I made it thanks to my friends. And to you, Namikka. I'm the person I am now because you always believed in me. Because you loved me as if I were your own daughter. Thank you. Thank you. You were everything I could have asked for. The best mother.
Ah, I'm so glad.
Why is she glowing? Is that joy? Is this because this was her happiest time?
Looking back, I've had a blessed life. And it was because I was a part of yours. When I lost my child to illness, I thought I'd never know happiness again. But it rekindled in my breast the instant you smiled your little smile at me. You became...
Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. I'm so sorry. I wanted to check back. I was looking to see this while she was talking.
You were mine too.
No, I was thinking for a second, was she looking for her own lost daughter and Wook is here like, you're looking for me, right? No, I don't think that she's doing that. I think she actually was looking for Wook. She was just sharing part of her background that I don't think we knew beforehand.
To have this chance to speak with you again and leave nothing unsaid. I know not how or why, but I am grateful. So grateful.
Excuse me.
Where you
It's
must
late.
go, I cannot follow. But know that I'll always be with you. Take care of yourself. Promise me.
I will. Mama. I will.
I'll be honest. I'm thinking about, like, if I were to meet people in the afterlife, loved ones who passed away. I think I'd be happy to see them. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. A part of me would be very happy. A part of me would be, like, ashamed a little bit. Like, that they'd be looking at this big perspective and, like, what have I done with my life and where am I at and, you know, what connections have I made, and that my answers would be hollow to them. So I don't know. I don't know how I'd feel about that. I'm glad that this is a happy reunion.
And one day, we'll meet again.
That is strong of Wook to walk away from that. That is challenging. And to say one day we'll meet again, like to acknowledge I'm about to shut your ass down. Boy, that is... I was talking before, maybe she is not tested enough. No, she's being tested right now.
I understand why Sven cannot bear to let them go.
But she's going to make a different choice in the face of that same impulse. Not the same. I mean, Sven is the whole town.
Painful as it is to part,
The fist again. Good lord.
we're meant to live and die. To let go and let others carry on in our stead. We can't cling to everything forever.
That's the heart of it.
Come, let's keep moving.
It's funny. That's the heart of it. I don't know that has to be the heart of it, because it's that plus all the murdered people it would take to keep this going. She's arguing that even if you take murder out of the equation, that it's not healthy to have access to this sort of thing. And I probably mostly agree with that. I think it's up to, I think individual people would make different choices, and that's totally reasonable. But I personally, again, probably mostly agree with that. So we're arriving at the hydro terminal here. Ready to shut it down. Just to make sure, Kafkiwa, you're not going to disappear when we shut this terminal down, right? Not just yet. It's the Aero terminal in the northwestern zone that holds my memories. Yeah, Aaronville. Oh, poor Aaronville. Take a drink. You already know how to operate the terminal. It's the same process as the fountain's controls. I leave it for you to decide when to shut it down. Doing so will cause the Endless here to fade away, together with this beautiful scenery. If you still wish to speak with people or see the sights, you'll want to do that first. It will not be possible to restore Canal Town to its present form. Oh boy, There's no side quests here, so whatever we turn... Because this has got to morph into something wholly different once this is shut down. You know what I'll bet it becomes? I'll bet it becomes the ruin, like the wreck that actually exists beneath the glitz and the glam. Like a barren wasteland of a quadrant. Let's do it. Like the water spirits might become like befouled water spirits. The buildings are like in ruins. The streets are stocked with like stray cats and like monsters. Again, I don't know how much of the, yeah. It's in better shape than I was expecting. It's not like, yeah, no, it's in better shape than I was expecting. It's not like an, I don't know, like a Dark Souls zone or something like that. Even the music goes.
Sleep tight, everyone.
It does, I mean, boy, speaking of Dark Souls, this does feel like you just, you know, took a whack at Wondrous Chest Ahead, or whatever her name was, in Anne Orlando, and see what happens. This hurts. I'd be lying if I said otherwise, but the only way now is forward. I believe you that this hurts. I absolutely do. And now we got quests here. Plumbers don't fear slimes. Is this a pun? Not a pun. Is this, I guess maybe a pun. Is this a play on that really old, like, not like adult game, Plumbers Don't Wear Ties, for like one of the, like, I don't know, for like a really old computer, like that really old computer game. I think this is, that has to be. Well wishing at the wishing well. Annals of history. The land of dreams. Kafkiwa regards you and your companions with a sympathetic gaze. Don't torment yourselves so. I ask this of you, so the burden lies with me. No, the burden lies with... you asked us, but you didn't, like, hold our loved ones hostage to make us do it. We bought into this. We agreed. And remember, the endless are but facsimiles crafted from memories. You needn't feel guilt for erasing us. Again, I disagree. Be that as it may, it's so hard to say goodbye. Nonetheless, Nonetheless, it's our duty as the living to know and remember them. Remember us. So let's pull ourselves together and keep at it. Keep seeking them out. I'd appreciate that. Come, let's head to the next zone. Yesterland, it's called, and another zip line at the Gate of Remembrance will take you there. But I ought to mention, while shutting down the terminal should erase the endless bound to it, those with strong, unresolved feelings may linger for a time. If you encounter such individuals, perhaps you could lend them an ear, for their hopes are proof that they once lived. So you have to face the consequences of your actions a little bit here, don't you? Also kind of interesting that, I think that's also just telling us to do the side quests. Also kind of interesting, the water sprites are still here. Okay. Sorry, also kind of interesting is how people in the next sector will react. Oh my god. It's perfect. The remembered. It's so perfect. I'm so happy. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Anyway, what I'm interested in also then is how people in the next sectors will react to us. Since, I don't know, like, they'll have seen this. Like, we know that from the person who went ice cream in Volcano, who got ice cream in Crash Bandabooty. We know from people who got ice cream in the Fireland that they do travel between there. So maybe they'll be like, wait, someone shut this down. I haven't seen you before. What the hell's going on? Yesterland Guard. System reboot complete. Error. User registration confirmed. I bid you welcome to Yesterland, where the dreams of children and inner children alike come true. Okay. Whee! That looks... I mean, I was gonna say it looks fun. Ziplining is a thing in real life, and I guess I don't have any desire to do it. So is this people whose happiest times was as kids? Huh. Amazing. Is this also a recreation of an actual place? After a fashion, Yesterland is themed upon a period of peace before the storm surge had engulfed the world in conflict. It was a golden age for Alexandria, and they've captured it here in the form of an amusement park. Well now, another large-scale attraction. Feels like the gold saucer puts me in the line of Leah Meg. Leah Meg? That was the treasure dungeon from... That was the treasure dungeon. I'm gonna say it's exhausting just being here. It is exhausting, like... This place is... This... I don't know. Exhausting feels like the right word. No, Leah Meg was the tribal, was the Allied Society quest line, wasn't it? It was that dream place where they popped in different attractions and that sort of thing. I don't remember. It's been a while, but I remember liking it. And I remember it being that vague sort of creating a dreamland. So it goes with such places, but at the very least, it doesn't appear overly crowded. Yeah, no worries about the lines. You don't have to buy a Disney Premium Pass or whatever they call them. Look at that castle. Look at this thing. I've never been to Disneyland, or frankly, I don't remember if I've ever been to a theme park, but I don't think I have. But on the far side of Yesterland is a castle. That's where the terminal is located, in the basement. I'll go ahead and wait for you there. Take what time you need to get acquainted with the locals. Have fun now. See ya, Kafkiwa. AKA my beloved Kafkiwa. Audio test, by the way. Test, test, test. Okay. Like before, we'll speak with the Endless. We'll learn what's dear to them before doing what we want. Right. Let's start by exploring and get our bearings. The proud Lalafell walk. Look at the seeker bats here. Look at these things. They're like... So that's Yesterland, this was Canal Town, right? Yeah. The seeker bats are like... They remind me of the Gaily cats. Look at this enchanting floor fresco. I thought this was a water, but no. The seeker bats, they look like... The Gaily cats, because they look like cute little bats wearing costumes. Oh, I want the triple triad card of these. I want to know more about the seeker bats. No, they don't even look like bats. They look like sheets that took on, like, that formed a... Look at it spinning! Oh my gosh. Enchanting floor fresco. Beautiful artwork on the ground depicts a swirl of stars. Perhaps such a sight was once visible in the Alexandrian night sky. Endless boy. Again, this feels like... I was going to say the mirror image, but maybe the reflection is more appropriate. This feels like a reflection of Ultima Thule. Except instead of despair at dead worlds, it's joy at past lives and past happiness. Endless boy. It's just a funny title. The Endless Boy. He stretches forever. The Eldritch Endless Boy. Oh, hello there, miss. We were just talking about Sir Otis. Do you know him? Very well. He's a bit odd and doesn't get jokes, but he's really strong and can vanquish fiends in a flash. He's probably out there fighting right now. When I grow up, I want to be strong like him. That's nice, but let me tell you, you're not going to grow up. You're dead. And you're not going to be dead for long. You're going to be into oblivion, sir. Oblivion, say I. Old-fashioned house. Appearing to be a domicile, this building resembles those that lie submerged in Heritage Found. That's right, this place is a recreation of some of those. I'll bet this place matches one-to-one some of the towns there. Like the submerged whatever. The windows are composed of a colorful array of stained glass. The Sir Otis the children spoke of calls to mind another Otis. It might be worth seeking the man out to confirm his identity. That's right, because even if he wasn't regulated, like, they have his memories. And he was, sort of. He was, like, proto-regulated. What's Spriggan doing here? Is part of Otis's heaven, like, killing fiends? A man is engaged in the battle with fiends. He may need a helping hand. Otis doesn't need shit. You're fine. He's fine. Don't worry about it. It's almost insulting that you'd think Otis would need help against the Seeker Bat. What kind of lack of respect do you have? I guess Kakushu doesn't know who this is. Starved Seeker Bat. Oh, it already took down 2 Spriggans. Yeah. I think Otis here would have been fine. Look at that gorgeous shield with the Alexandrian sword and the infinity symbol. Which is disturbing now that I think about it. Alexandria, Kingdom of the Endless, symbolized by an infinity symbol, but that was probably the symbol long before the Endless thing took place.
I know not who you are, but my thanks for your timely aid.
Your bite's so strong!
That was amazing, Otis! And you too, miss.
Ha ha ha! Fiends such as these are naught to be feared.
He's exactly how I
Well
imagined
then.
his voice.
Dealt with it already, have you?
Be at ease, one and all. So long as I, Sir Otis, live and breathe, no citizen shall come to harm.
A true
Otis.
chivalric knight.
Of
He
all
won't-
the people, could you really be that Otis?
He has no memory of all that. He didn't get uploaded since after none of his memories of the lives of his experiences and his memories of Galul Jah, nothing of those got uploaded to this version. That was all a different
I'm
save
certain
file.
I do not know what you mean by that, Otis. I am who I am, and I should very much like to know who you are.
You think we're a fiend?
You're Sir Otis Villona, Lord Captain of the Royal Knights of Alexandria, yes? We met you while searching for Gululja.
Not this one.
You cooked a most delicious repast for us. Fought beside us in Solution 9.
He's got no clue who you are or what Solution 9 is.
Gululja. Solution 9. I've never heard of such things. These events of which you speak are utterly unknown to me, as are you. I'm quite confident I would recall if we had met before. Could this be? Villainy! You seek to bewilder me for purposes most foul!
He's such a direct Steiner character, and I love it.
No villainy intended, I swear. Tell me I'm not mad. This is definitely the Otis we know, right?
I know you're not the Vow of Reason, but come on. An earlier version, he won't remember his time as a machine.
I say! What are you whispering about there?
Just villainy. Don't worry about it.
Wait! I've no time for this. I must attend to my preparations for the founding celebration. The children begged and begged that I perform in the marquee play, and I cannot possibly disappoint them.
This is a non-Steiner thing. Steiner was not what you'd call an actor.
I take my leave of you. Good day!
That said, he was such a non-actor that this is still a Steiner thing because it's going so against the Steiner thing, if that makes sense. Like, him being a good actor or being excited to act is more of a Steiner thing than if he were, like, just making a hamburger, which had nothing to do with Steiner. The opposite is closer than neutral, if that makes sense.
Founding celebration?
Gods, what a surprise to meet Otis. He might not be the exact same one we met in Heritage Found, but still. Thinking back, he mentioned he was a test subject for soul preservation. Right, he was the okay, yep. That might explain why he's here in this way. In any case, I'd love to talk to him some more. There are some things I need to tell him. Things that we will hear next time, because I'm pretty tired and it's late. So, I'm going to call it here, but thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and I'll see you next time as we continue with our favorite quest, triple question mark. Bye-bye.